The trending matter of the Okoyes, as you all know, Peter of P Square came out recently with a lot of bombshells, dropping receipts, talking about how his brothers connived together, used him, defrauded him, took advantage of him, and currently, I think he's currently at part 8B. Now, somehow I've been caught into the web of all of this, especially on Twitter, because as you can see, a lot of people are insulting me and dragging me on Twitter because I had previously spoken about Cynthia Morgan and Jude. But in my video, I was in defense for Jude. Yeah, I defended Jude 100%, right? So because of that reason, a lot of people are insulting me on Twitter, and they even went further to say I have been paid, right? But then again, there's a story behind everything, yeah? And I'm going to share you guys a story. First things first. You see, everything Peter I've shared on Instagram these past few days, everything from part 1 to part 8, everything I know about all. Everything from part 1 to part 8. In short, even the one he will possibly tell you tomorrow, I know about everything. And do you know how I found out about all of this? Do you know how I know about it? Do you know who told me about everything that Peter is putting out there today? Peter. Peter himself told me everything. As a matter of fact, there are some that he has not even said yet. So I'm in the know of everything. Do you know when Peter shared all of this with me? Over a year ago, in 2025, over 1 year ago, that I have the knowledge of everything he has posted. It's a very juicy topic. I would have come out to say some things, but there's a reason why since then, and I'll tell you. So, 2025, over a year ago, Peter invited me to his hotel room in Sheraton, and I went there with Coco P and CPAC. Peter was with his guys, but some of them were waiting outside, myself, Coco P, CPAC, and Peter were inside his room in Sheraton. And Peter started narrating everything. We spoke for more than 3 hours on this matter. Peter brought out his laptop. He started showing receipts, bank transactions, showed everything, explained everything. How they bought houses, how they bought cars, how his share was not coming to him, how they diverted everything that was explained. Social media, he explained everything to me, right? He went on to say how Jude took advantage of Cynthia Morgan, how he diverted her funds, everything. He told me everything, right? Then we went to go and buy suya. We went to go and buy suya after everything he told me. Bro, the people I went there with CPAC at some point started sleeping. It was a very lengthy conversation. That is why I say some of the things he told me, he has not even put it out yet. So there are still more that I might possibly say. Now, when he told me, he now went on to say, well, the summary of all of this is that they are in court. And Jude's building, that Jude is currently building, have been sealed by the EFCC. And very soon, those buildings will be taken from Jude and be given to him. And even Paul's Plaza, that is what it is with his money, the money that they stole from him, that they used in acquiring these properties. So he's going to get all these properties and they'll give everything to him. I was really happy for him because, to be very honest, when Peter was speaking, God bear me witness, I almost cried, right? It's one thing to be cheated by an outsider. It's another thing to be cheated by your own family that's supposed to be looking out for you. You understand? Peter still went further to tell me about some inner things about Paul, about Jude, about their family, what had been said to him in the past, what had been said to his wife, what had been said about his kids. he shared all of this. I was like, Jude is such a terrible older brother. Terrible, terrible older brother. Anyways, towards the end of everything, he now said, as of now, Jude don't know what is coming to him. That, do I know that one of his checkmate plan against Jude is that himself and Phino Ezege, that they are in talk, because Jude has also scammed Phino over hundreds of thousands of dollars. That the same thing that Jude did to him, Jude has also done to Phino. Made mention about some real estate transactions that was done between Phino and Jude. And that when Phino had realized that Jude scammed him, Phino became bitter. And they spoke about it, and Phino now agreed that he will come to court and testify against Jude. That Phino is his key witness in the case. I say, you do this thing, reach Phino's side again. And Phino know the talk, to the best of my knowledge, based on what I hear about it. I say, you know the talk. He's not just very chill guy where he keep to himself. Like, you don't really get much friends around. So you know the talk. So even if this guy happens to, I say, you know, we even speak up. So explained to me, said Phino is going to come out that day, and also is in talks with Cynthia Morgan. And that guy, what Jude did to that girl, that Jude is such an evil person. That the girl done the almost craze. People no go know, say, don't finish the girl. Anyways, after this whole lengthy conversation, got into the car, said bye-bye. As we were driving, me and Coco B and sit back on the gist the matter. Everybody in the car, it's like, why Jude go do this kind of thing? But these people wicked. And to be honest, me, I've always been the bitter guy, right from time. Anybody who know me knows that I'm maybe the #1 P-Square fan. There's none of P-Square song when I don't know, but let's leave that by the way. See, Jude. See, now Jude caused the breakup of P-Square. Jude is such a terrible person, you know. Immediately I hated Jude, to be very honest. I hated Jude. I disliked him. Because to be honest, Jude know they really talk. And people where they know they really talk like that, sometimes they bite you for back, you know. We drove, and I told Coco that, man, I'm going to reach out to Cynthia Morgan. You understand? And when I reach out to Cynthia Morgan, we are going to look for a way to get a catalog of Jude. You understand? Any problem where it won't cause, we dig in. So after then, I reached out to Cynthia Morgan. I said, I heard what they did to you. You know, man, it's really, really sad that you went through all of this, you know, and blah, blah, blah. So we started talking, myself and Cynthia, we started talking, you know. Now, I went to Lagos for something else after like few weeks. Before now, me and Peter, we talk normal for phone, you know. We talk for phone, they vibe. We talk lengthy conversation for phone, we vibe. And I went to Lagos. As I went to Lagos, I was somewhere and Phino was in the same place. So I went up. He said, Vivian, how you doing now? You there? I said, guy, I did. He said, your problem too much. Guy, every time problem, you know the tire. Vivian, you know the tire. Drag this one, drag this one. I started laughing. I said, guy, you know, for this country, me better. We go gas pumas for everything. You understand? He said, yeah, he understands, but I should be calming down. You know, that this country, I should just be calming down. You know, he was trying to advise me. So in that mood of advice, I saw an opportunity to slip in this whole conversation that myself and Peter had. So I said, Ezege, I also heard what happened to you.
There is something in Mr. P's story about his brother Jude and P-Square, and that thing has been a very big problem in many African homes. That thing is unnecessarily respecting family members, even when they don't deserve to be respected, just because they are older than us. This has been a very huge problem in family members in African home in Nigeria. Family members just want us to respect them just because they are older than us. They think they have the right to make decisions about your life, who you marry, who you live your life with, how you live your life. Just because they are your older brother or your older sister, you have to respect them, even when they don't deserve it, when they don't earn it. If not, make me understand how a 26 or 27 years old man will be disrespected by his family members, by his own mother, just because of the choice of girlfriend he chose. If not because of over-respecting, unnecessarily respecting family members, demanding to be respected when they don't deserve it or earn it. This has been a very big problem in a lot of African homes. Sometimes I wonder if it's our culture. I wonder, family interference is so much in our day-to-day life, and this has destroyed a lot of families, a lot of life, a lot of future. It has ruined a lot of people's businesses today. That has been a problem, and greed as well. That is another one. And this greed is so much embedded in a lot of African homes, and they always want to hide under that notion that I'm your elder brother just because they look older, just because they are older, just because they have the big stomach like GP tank. They want you to respect them even when they are disrespecting you in front of the whole world. You have to respect them. Over-respecting African kind of respect in African homes is what has raised a lot of timid Africans in Western worlds today. That a lot of us go through racism and all sorts just because of that unnecessarily respecting people back home. We grew with it. Make me understand. If Auti remains their manager or anybody that is not their family member, would they open their hands and collect 40% while the people making the money collect 30%? Look at their sharing formula. If not this same greed and over-respecting African people, why will a senior brother think that they have the right to collect 40%? If it's a non-family member, would they sign that kind of contract? Would they give out their 40% hard-earned money to a non-family member? If it's a non-family member, all those things that Rude Boy narrated in first part of part 8, would it have happened to Lola, his wife-to-be, or mother of his son? Can anybody open their mouth and call my Peking bastard in my front, if not because of unnecessary African respecting people? In a functioning society, you won't try it. They may never speak to you again for life. You may even be reported. You might even go to prison if you're not careful. But this is who we are. This is how they raised all of us. Some of us have done these things directly or indirectly, even to our siblings, even to our young ones. We demand that they respect us, even when they don't deserve, even when we don't deserve to be respected by them. And in turn, this is what has been done to us. So the trauma keep on going. We keep on passing that same trauma to everyone around us. In a functioning society, a father will sell his house, use the money, go for holiday, carry big nyash in Mexico. You cannot do anything as the son. It's not your property. It's not your house. He doesn't owe you a thing. A brother will own a company. You will work for your brother in his company just like everyone else. You have no rights or entitlement to that company. You come to work like everyone else on time. You do your job. You go home. When you are sick, you take sick leave like everyone else. You take annual leave like everyone else. There's nothing like loitering your lazy ass around just because it's your brother's company. Nobody's going to hand you anything free of charge. You must work for it like everyone else. If you don't like it, you get sacked just like everyone else. You go back job hunting. But African home, we love big manism. Big stomach, empty pocket. Put hand in your pocket. Everybody want to be respected, even when they don't deserve it. You go to supermarket, someone is stationed at the door, opening the door, greeting everybody. Good morning, sir. For bread of 27 naira 50 kobo you came to buy with big nylon and Ghana must go. You go to restaurants, the same thing. You carry your empty pocket, you come and buy meat pie with your big stomach. They are opening the door for you. Good morning, sir. You are raising your head. Big manism. You go to hospitals, you people are demanding what even Jesus Christ could not even give. You go to bank where you're going to save your 75 naira to borrow 1 million naira. Somebody is stationed at the door, greeting you. Good morning, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Opening the door for you. Big manism. This has been a very huge problem in African homes in Nigeria. This is a very big issue. In functioning society, nobody get your time. Everybody's busy. The system is working. And this is why I always say many of you benefit from the corruption of Nigeria. You think